Here.
All right, we've been joined by, the program will start with the press review. All right, you're welcome to the press review. On press review this morning, we have AGK Abata in the studio to help us look at what the papers are saying. You're welcome, AGK.
Good morning. Good to see you again.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, let's begin with looking at ABS website to see the stories making the headlines on that page. Court in Awka remands man in correctional center for attempting to kill lover. Mrs. Soludo presents empowerment kit to more than 70 graduates of Skill Acquisition Center, Awka. FG IFAD VCDP distributes agricultural equipment to Anambra farmers for dry season farming. Anambra Assembly passes 2023-2025 Anambra State multi-year budget expenditure framework. All right, Edika?
Yeah, the first story there, it's horrible and pathetic, the kind of stories we see these days and happenings as well. The man in question, let's also recall that he's a native doctor, and he managed to lure, as the story was revealed, he managed to lure the lady whom he promised to marry to his house. And in fact, it's just a grace of God that the lady is alive today, because he succeeded in slitting her throat and threw her into an already dug grave.
Jeez.
Before she mustered the strength to scream. And the brother to the culprit, the sister to the culprit came out and raised an alarm, and that was how she was rescued. And the lady also had about 3 children. So one begins to wonder the intent of the man. Is it for ritual purposes as a native doctor, or is it just he wanted to discard the woman to avoid the responsibility of fathering the children? One do not know, but it's important that such persons are kept out of society and remanded, and probably they are reformed and they'll come out better human beings.
Okay, I don't know. Don't you think it's important that there is need to begin mental checks on some people, because a lot is actually happening these days.
Yes, a lot.
Unimaginable things.
We already told that a certain number of Nigerians are mentally deranged. So that report came up, I think, 2 weeks ago. So it's not out of it. So it's important, and that's why it's also necessary for people who intend to hold public offices to go through such checks. You never can tell. It's not dehumanizing them. No, we only want to get things right.
Okay, let's also see. Yesterday was a graduation ceremony for some youths at Skill Acquisition Center in Awka, and Mrs. Soludo presented empowerment kits to more than 70 of them that graduated yesterday.
It's also part of it. But the problem I have with empowerment schemes is it seems to be a one-off thing. You bring people in, give them skills, train them, sometimes give them starter packs, and that's it. There's no follow-up mechanism. That's where that's the problem I have with such schemes. So I want to enjoin organizers of the scheme to make sure these people, there's a follow-up program for them. See them through. Don't just train them, give them kits and then let them go. No. let there be a follow-up, so that the aim of such programs is that these persons who are trained will be able to train others, and step down the training, so that a large number of persons would garner such skills. But in this case, most times you train them, give them startup packs. Sometimes, not even all of them are given. Sometimes give them, and then that's it. Some persons even with the seed money they get or the materials they get, they go home and then some even sell of the materials to eat. When you are hungry, you need to take care of yourself first before you look for other activities to engage in. So, in summary, I urge them to have a follow-up program for those who have been trained.
Okay, quickly, let's move to the first paper for review.
Yeah, the first paper for review today is the Daily Sun. And on the front page of the Daily Sun, we're seeing the headlines are saying 2023 polls, INEC puts REC on watch list. And then we can see the rider they're saying bars them from contact with government houses, promises not to disappoint Nigerians. And at the top right hand there, you're seeing Kanu's Supreme Court to quash stay of execution order. That is coming on the Daily Sun. And we also have making Obi president, no tea party. That is coming from Adebanjo. And under there, the writer says, Atiku remains Nigeria's best option, Okonkwo. Well, with me as president, you will get what is due to you, Tinubu assures Kogi people. With me as president, you will get what is due to you. That's coming from Tinubu as he assures the Kogi people. And at the base there, we have PDP crisis. I have moved on, Atiku insists, Ayu won't resign. I have moved on, Atiku insists, Ayu won't resign. And on 2023, Okowa explains why Tinubu Obi can't rescue Nigeria, insists Atiku. That is coming from Okowa, the presidential vice candidate of the PDP. Okowa explains why Tinubu Obi can't rescue Nigeria. Well, you need to go to page 27 to see what he's actually saying. On the issue of floods, President Buhari approves release 1,200 tons of grains to victims. Well, that will come as a succor. Well, shortage of Abia AFDP loan. OT lied, Ibazu's aide said. Stoppage of Abia's AFDB loan, that is African Development Bank loan. OT lied, Ibazu aide says. What do you have to say about any of this?
The 2020 message from INEC to REC and appointment of a new RECs. It's the usual thing is for RECs to be appointed and then the next minute they are paying courtesy visits to state governors or to the government house. Such visits are sometimes termed familiarity visits, courtesy visits, and all whatnot. But there seems to be a new dimension. There seems to be a new shift from what is usually obtainable in previous elections. Everybody is on the watch. Everybody is on their toes. Even INEC is making sure there's little fault. It's not as if the election is going to be perfect. We wish it would be perfect, but the election will be. But INEC is working assiduously to be sure there isn't any hitch coming from their end. And that's why INEC chairman has warned RECs to stay off government house. Don't go begin to pay homage or visit. So of course it's out of it at this point in time. If the election were coming in 2025 or 2026 and you are appointed today, if you go to pay a visit, maybe, but we have barely 2-3 months to the election, and going to pay such visits would raise suspicions. So it's important the RECs are there to what the INEC boss has said. Stay away, be neutral, carry out your responsibility the way it should, so that there will give a level playing field for every political party, so that whoever wins will not be able to raise questions as to why they lost the election.
Okay, New National Star, it's next in a lineup. Let's see stories on the New National Star. Stay of execution order, we've seen that before. Again, Emirates Airlines suspend flight operations to Nigeria. Fasoranti Adebanjo still acting Afenifere leader. Okay, that's so Fasoranta is saying that Adebanjo is still the acting Afenifere leader. Okay, 2023, Yakubu talks tough, bars Rex from state government houses. Said, okay, we've seen that before. Now, I failed as education minister at Damu, and the writer there says resign now on ASUP demand. And the picture in front of the New National Star says the chairman, Independent National Electoral Commission, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, during the swearing-in of 19 resident electoral commissioners in Abuja on Thursday. Okay, let's look at the story of education minister. You know, for some time now, we've not really had him speak.
And when he decided to speak, he's telling us he has failed and barring sex education from our curriculum. But the first one, telling us you have failed, it doesn't make sense. If he had resigned and said, this is why I resigned,
and
I'm resigning.
Because of resigning.
Yes, I'm resigning because I failed. It will make more sense. You are still in the position and you are telling us you have failed and you are still keeping your position. So what what lesson or legacy are you laying down for?
Allowing the ASU now to come in and
begin to demand to resign. It doesn't make sense. Why are you telling us? We all know you failed. It has never been this bad. It has never been. The ASU has been on strike for a long time. It has never been. So why? We all know you don't need to tell us that you failed. What we expect of you is to resign honorably. If he had resigned and made this, some persons would say, okay, it's one of the first, he has done the needful. But that didn't happen. You failed and you're still keeping your position. Are you looking forward to being appointed or getting another position in the next administration? No. If you've done well, if you are doing well, then there are chances that you might be get another appointment. But in fact, you failed woefully. And to cap it all, he was even given a national honor by Buhari.
For failing.
I wouldn't know what for. I wouldn't know the reason. And now the man has come out to confess that he failed.
Probably for failing now.
So, this tends to happen.
Goes to people that pass as well as people that failed. Maybe it's almost to be written
It's unfortunate. We tend to celebrate mediocrity in this country. It's totally out of it. If you like, we've only had a few ministers who resigned their position. The most recent is who resigned amid scandal, not those who resigned to contest for president. Former Minister of Finance.
Adeosun.
Yes, Adeosun, who resigned over the NYSC certificate scandal. These are reasons why, if this man is saying that, so he should resign as well. So
if he truly meant what
if he truly meant what he said, he should resign.
Okay.
Yeah, quickly, let's go to the next paper that we have for you this morning. That's going The Punch. And the banner headline on The Punch, FG supplementary budget over rising inflation depreciation. That's coming on the front page. $1 and the little the insight there is dollar closes at 850 naira on Thursday. Reps stick to 437 naira exchange rate. And government eyes more taxes, fewer incentives for Nigeria in 2023. Federal government mulls Chinese, Portuguese loans for railway projects. Still on The Punch, you can see there a Nigerian being decorated. Nigerian-born woman Azubike becomes U.S. Army General. Nigerian-born woman Azubike becomes U.S. Army General. Lagos, untouchable. Agboros enjoy government backing. Lagos, untouchable. Agboros enjoy government backing. That is drivers protesting in Lagos, you understand? That comes based on the issues that they have not so long ago. UK remands 28-year-old Nigerian for stabbing mother to death. UK remands 28-year-old Nigerian for stabbing mother to death. ASU someone's neck meeting over half salary. ASU someone's neck meeting over half salary. And at the top of the Punch newspaper, Emirates, we said about that more airlines may suspend operations in Nigeria. And Wike revokes Atiku campaign chairman's plot. And also, Tinubu amends timetable just to host first rally. You also have there Afenifere's senior chiefs in Adefa settle with Fashorati and Adebanjo. This role of Afenifere with Fashorati
I think it's important to talk about the dollar issue, because there's something you said there that
the rest
of
437, you understand?
Where, how would they give us?
I don't know.
That's why some policies.
That if I needed to change now, let me go to them.
Well, some policies, you know, if they are not, if they don't have human face, if they are not public inclined, it means nothing. You know, telling Nigerians Nigeria is the fastest growing economy in Africa, whereas we still have close to 100 million people living in poverty. We still have rising inflation, high cost of food and all whatnot. It doesn't make sense. Now, reps are telling us dollar is at 400 and something, whereas it is 895.
All right, let's see who is here before we go on. Hello, good morning.
Yes, I want to rejoice with our daughter. My name is Benjamin Emmanuel, coming from Castilla State.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I want to comment on our daughter that was
Azubike.
I know that name is not from any other place, from the 3 states or 5 states of the Southeast.
Yes, so.
And thank God for promoting her. That is why we are equal. Everywhere we are, we continue to make the country proud.
Always outstanding.
Yes, I wonder how our own nation will be when we eventually come to be. Will be a great nation. So all today to all people in the name of Jesus.
Amen. Thank you very much.
What we are doing.
Thank you. Okay. You needed to read up some comments yesterday on the social media. Some people were saying that when you interview the lady now, she will tell you she's not an Igbo. Somebody said, "Pepe them."
The thing is, there's a row now on Twitter between the 5 states. Some persons are saying she's from Anambra, some are saying she's from Imo, some say she's from Enugu. Some say she's from Abia, and whichever state she comes from, she's from the southeast. She's Igbo. We'll congratulate her. It's no mean feat to be promoted. A black woman, a woman, a black, to be promoted a brigadier general. She has really paid her dues to the Nigerian army, and
you needed to read up his CV and see.
She's such persons are worthy of emulation.
Okay. Continue. You were saying something.
As regards the dollar at 809, which is almost 900. Of course, around August, some analysts forecasted and said the dollar will get to 1,000 by December.
Actually, this 800 we are hearing is on the papers. You know that.
Yeah.
Somebody has told me that he wanted to change. He called a few places. Some gave him 1,000 something. Some gave him 800 something. Some 900 and something. So the prices are not fixed.
I know for certain that it's around 900 naira if you really want to make exchange. Okay. I know it's up to 900 naira. So what the reps are saying is quite off the mark. It's just like telling us...
Maybe they will come to the aid of most Nigerians.
Most Nigerians, I pray. This is the election period. They need the dollar more than Nigerians.
All right, let's run. The Daily Independent newspaper now is next in our lineup. Let's see stories making their headlines on the Daily Independent newspaper. 2023 presidential election. 5 APC governors in talks with Atiku Abubakar, PDP, PDP hallucinating will soon wake up to reality. That's coming from Keyamo. Presidency 2023 budget cut by nearly 50%. And floods, Jigawa, Anambra, Kogi was hit states. That's report from the federal government. Says Bayelsa not among 10 most impacted states. There will be compensation for farmers. Governor Wike inaugurates 100,000 essays on political units. FG targets Chinese, Portuguese loans to complete Kano Maradi Rail project. Others. I will sell refineries to businessmen if elected president. Okay, that's coming from Atiku. Drug barons after NDLEA operatives, Marwa lament. Blocked funds, again Emirates suspends Nigerian flights. Nnamdi Kanu heads to Supreme Court over stay of execution order. Nigerian woman promoted to general in the U.S. Army. Okay, Ejike, a lot of stories there. I don't know which one we are eating. Do we look at the flood issue and the people, federal government promising to compensate farmers? And I wonder why Bayelsa is not amongst the worst hit, because we remember that even dead bodies we are washed.
We're
just floating.
Bayelsa, yeah.
You know.
We don't know the
parameter
of measuring such states. And when the news broke yesterday that Bayelsa isn't the worst hit state, Anambra even came to my mind, because I know we've never had it this bad in Anambra. So the federal government, I assume they know better. As regards the compensation, it's the needful, because
but let it get to the right people.
Yes, who it is meant for. If not, I wonder the magnitude of hunger that will befall us come 2023.
The hunger is already on ground now.
If we don't support...
But I thank God Anambra State is doing something. They said they've shared...
some relief materials.
No, not really relief materials. I think materials from farmers to go to do dry season farming.
Anambra has always done that.
Okay.
And kudos to VCDP and IFAD. They've always done that. But will it be enough to cater for Indian Anambra and sell to other persons? Federal government needs to come in and make sure this money gets to those who it is meant for, which they are the farmers
that truly
need the money. And let's see what happens, because we have a new administration in Anambra State, and let's hope the workers will get the bags of rice they usually get by December.
Okay, we move on now. The program is still the press review on ABS television. Is audience participatory? We encourage you to make your calls and let your opinion be counted this morning. All right, Takabwe.
Yeah. On this day, that's our next paper this morning. This day, and on the front page of this day, we are having Melaye's quotes Shetima. Melaye's quotes Shetima says presidential villa not for bandits. Wow, that is very strong coming from Melaye's quotes Shetima, saying presidential villa not for bandits. Atiku, we have yet to resolve PDP crisis, but we have moved ahead. That's coming from Atiku on the front page there. Declares no cabal will run his government. Well, let us wait and see how far that goes. Insists calls for IU's removal, ultimately counterproductive. That is coming from Atiku, saying that if you insist on removing IU, call, that it is counterproductive. Okay. Promises to support death penalty for kidnappers if elected president. That's coming from Atiku. And on the top of it, there we have Buhari rejoices with Femi Otedola on his 60th birthday. Crisis over Oloto stool as Remi Tinubu allegedly imposes AIDS. Crisis over Oloto stool as Remi Tinubu allegedly imposes AIDS. And we still have there convening impact investment in Lagos, and you have a picture of those participants over there. Let's quickly roll down to the next paper, which is The Nation. before we get Ejike to make one or two comments. Tinubu donates 100 million to Kogi flood victims. Tinubu donates 100 million to Kogi flood victims. Atiku firm enroll over 5.9 million visa bill payments. Atiku firm enroll over 5.9 million visa bill payments. And we equally have there Abuja hotels guest for security profiling over terror alerts. That's coming from the Nation newspaper. And 52 Ijebu traditional rulers endorse Abiodun for second term. You'll find that at the base of the Nation newspaper. And over to the top of it, we have Oyo presents 310 billion budget and renewed hope. Aderon plan. And bill to spend Ekiti rather to spend 113 billion next year. Wow, those things are really faint. I can barely see them. Well, Ejike, on these stories that we've made mention so far, what do you think you want to dive into?
Let me still talk about the crisis in PDP.
Okay.
And Atiku has said he has moved on, and I think the heat is no longer much coming from Wike. Next line of action will be, but I hope Atiku has really moved on. As far as I'm concerned, they've lost some grounds, during the fighting and the disagreement they had in the past. It's not as if they resolved whatever problems they've had. Wike has decided to step down, but he still insists on the removal of Ayu as the national chairman based on the agreement they had. But Atiku has seen that it's very difficult, or it would be difficult to get Wike to change his mind, and so he has decided to forge ahead. Let's hope they are able to resolve whatever crisis, and it has already affected Atiku's campaign. If not, the party members no longer describe him as a unifier, because the talk in town now is you can't unite your party, and you want to unite Nigeria. So they've dropped that from their campaign slogan. They no longer describe him as a unifier. But in all of this, let's hope now we are even getting a story about a firm writing him over a $5.something million visa payments. So there's so much controversy surrounding
PDP and Atiku, and
yes,
to the extent that even opposition spokesperson like Keyamo is even throwing their heart into
they now have the banter.
My worries, the kind of strong words being used here. What will make Melaye to use this kind of words on Shetima that presidential villa is not for bandits?
Yes, if
that's a former senator.
If Shetima feels like, then he should go to court. They know themselves. I'm not even bothered. I'm even enjoying the banters. If they know themselves, if he is worried about the statement, he should go to court and sue. And it's a defamation of his character. If truly
he made that
statement. So I'm not bothered at all. Even we heard the APC saying presidential election will not be won in Dubai and Paris. That's APC referring to PDP. So they've just been throwing this banter to and fro. But we know better. Nigerians, the electorate know better.
All right, the Guardian newspaper now. Let's see stories making their headlines on the Guardian newspaper. After Emirates, more airlines to quit over $500 million trapped funds. We have riders there. CBN reps intervention have not helped crisis. Emirates departure will hurt local travelers more. More travel agencies say we are not threatened by withdrawals. That's coming from Sirika. Okay, CUPP, Tinubu hail Obasanjo as parties announce ceasefire in Ethiopian civil war. Stop backing infrastructure loans with natural resources. Additional warns African government. Kano takes battle for freedom to Supreme Court. Tinubu promises to give Kogi people sense of belonging. And months after Kuje jail attack, Buhari's comprehensive report yet to surface. We also have other stories in front. Okay, we have under the down the paper, Fasoranti makes U-turn, says that the Banjo remains a Afenifere leader. A whole lot of stories in front of that paper. Okay, can we look at the issue of airlines?
Yes. I was having a discussion with a friend yesterday, and I cast my mind back to how much airline passengers paid in the past for a flight from Lagos to Enugu, for instance. We know it was 50,000, 60,000, but the report we got yesterday is that by December, from Lagos to Enugu or Anambra will cost 195,000 naira.
Is it return ticket or just one way?
One way, 195,000 naira. And now
there was a time it was 20-something thousand.
Of course, it was 20-something thousand.
Not too far. It was 20-something thousand.
So you can imagine what we have on our hands now. So much money has been plunged into the aviation sector, and nothing to show for it. International airlines are beginning to pull out, and the Minister of Aviation is saying there's nothing to worry about. There is a whole lot to worry about. If we can't get people from outside to come and do business in Nigeria, we should be concerned about it. And the ones we are, of course, we can begin to mention multinational companies that have left Nigeria to other parts of Africa. And now the Sirika is telling us there's nothing to worry about, because he's a minister and he has an extra code to fly to wherever he wants to fly. The bill is not on him, it's on all of us who are the taxpayers. And that's why he's saying there's nothing to worry. There's a whole lot to be worried about. If foreign airlines begin to pull out of the country, and we're not
even... There is nothing to worry about. They should do something positive. Now let's see it immediately. I know that we don't need to worry.
It is not, the statement is, the comment is not as if he's so much bothered about the effects on Nigerians. No.
Or even able to worthy to do something.
Or he's not bothered about what the effect it will have on Nigerians. He's not bothered about the effect it will have on investment or the economy. No, the statement has nothing to do with these things that I mentioned.
Could it be a statement just for the sake of
it's just for the sake of it. Ngige once told us that we have nothing to worry about when doctors were leaving Nigeria, that we have enough doctors in Nigeria.
Now we're having brain drain.
People just make careless statements for God. Is it because you are opportune to be in government, you don't feel what people on the streets feel? You don't just open your mouth and begin to throw
words out. They should be feeling what people on the streets are feeling.
How would they feel when they are...
That should be the normal thing. That should be the normal thing.
It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work.
Okay, let's move on.
Let's move on quickly. The next paper on our hands here is the Daily Trust. The Daily Trust, the front banner that we have, redesign rather. 3 governors under our radar over stashed cash. That's coming from the chairman of EFCC. 3 governors under our radar over stashed cash. Says State Chief Executive mulling table payments to launder money. Commission to intensify BDC's raid, monitor banks, and caution people over selling property to hoarders. Buhari commissions Nigeria-Cameroon joint border post. And that's coming from the same paper, the Daily Trust. Buhari commissions Niger-Cameroon joint border post. That's the bridge. We are not against salary increase for all workers, but, well, you get to see that on page 27 of the Daily Trust. That's coming from the RMAFC boss. Shaban versus Sani, apprehension in Kaduna APC as court rules over governorship primary today. Well, still on the Daily Trust, INEC demand Rex, don't go to government houses. I'm INEC chairman to Rex, don't go to government houses. We've already said that in the previous paper that we read. FG to fund Kaduna Kanu, other rail projects with Chinese, Portuguese, Turkish loans.
All right, we take the last paper for want of time. Our time is fast spent here. There will be no cabal in my government, coming from Atiku. I did not say Adebanjo is no longer acting leader of Afenifere for Soranti. And of course, INEC deploys 19 new Rex. We've seen that before. Jigawa, not Bayelsa, was hit by floods. Federal government. Okay. There will be no cabal in my government. Let's use it to wrap up the show. Ejike?
Well,
that's coming from Atiku.
There's been no government without a cabal. Yes, if
maybe it will start in its own.
Well, we hope so. We hope so. But the way his campaign is going at the moment, there seems to be we are having already had some movement from APC to key members of APC government moving into PDP. So let's hope there won't be a cabal as he has promised, because these are the persons who hold down development in the country. These are persons who direct the affairs of those who are in the seat of power. Without these cabals, we will have a fairly smooth run of governments. But with them in the way, they have to take whatever decisions that Nigerians or whatever policies we want does not count. It is they who will determine what Nigerians should get. So whoever would emerge leader of come 2023, a president come 2023, should be bold enough to run this government without interference from any form of cabals.
Okay, we can go on and on, but that's the much time could allow us on the press review this morning. We thank you for being there, and thank you so much, our caller, our lone caller that called today. Thank you. Ejike, we are so grateful for your coming today.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
All right, Okabwe.
And to future, thank you for being here, and to those that are watching, well, wish you a very lovely weekend.
All right, that's just about it. We have more coming on Good Morning Anambra. Do stay for our discussion segment.